from Wembley Stadium, the first domestic cup final of the new season, and it features Burnley and Crystal Palace as two first-time finalists of the League Cup. And as Delaney and Heaton lead out both Burnley and Crystal Palace to pyrotechnics and fireworks galore. What an atmosphere Wembley will be for the League Cup final, and two players to watch, both strikers. Mario Balotelli playing in his first League Cup tie of the season, he's doing it at Wembley, and Christian Benteke as well for Crystal Palace. So two very expensive strikers up against each other at Wembley this afternoon. So let's give you the team news, and one change for Burnley from the victory over Exeter in the FA Cup a week ago, and that is in midfield where Stephen Defoe replaces Kimmich, and in fact in two changes because Jeff Hendrick gets his opportunity as well, and both of those players have had terrific seasons and they get their opportunity to play at Wembley. Will Hughes and Kimmich drop to the bench. Now Alan Pardew's Crystal Palace, again like Burnley, overachieved, spent a few quid. Let's see how they're going to line up at Wembley this afternoon. Steve Mandanda is the goalkeeper, of course. Damien Delaney could be a very important leader at the back. Puncheon will play in behind Benteke with Townsend and Sand on both sides. So expect pace down the wings for Crystal Palace. And this is going to be a terrific final. Sacco, I should have said, really. There's Steve Mandanda, first season in England. And what a day as well for Anthony Taylor from Manchester. He takes charge at Wembley for the first time. So we're all set then for the League Cup final of 2017. Crystal Palace in the chain shirts of all yellow with a vertical stripe down the main centre. They get us away, attacking the goal to our left. Burnley again in claret and blue. And really, Burnley competing in their first major cup final since 1962 when they lost 3-1 to Tottenham in the FA Cup final. Jimmy Greaves scoring a couple of goals. Jimmy Robson scoring the 100th cup final goal in the FA Cup final that day. So this should be a real frenetic game as Rashford now breaks away for Burnley, gets an early shot in, and Mandanda could have called that, to be fair. It was straight at him. Rashford didn't hit it without that great pace, and really the goalkeeper should have called that, but he's palmed it out for a corner. He's given it the fist punch, but I don't tell you that was not the best piece of goalkeeping we've seen so far. Here's the corner taken by Defoe. The goalkeeper coming and didn't get anywhere near. The whistle's gone, I think, for a free kick. There must have been a foul there. Balotelli was right involved. Must have been a foul there on Mandanda as he went to try and fist that away. But it's a free kick for Crystal Palace. Maybe the goalkeeper, former Marseille goalkeeper's got away with one then. Come up towards 8 minutes of the first half played. There's Mandanda with a goal kick. 0-0. A terrific final. Certainly in the making so far. As Johan Kabay burst forward for Alan Pardew's men. Reached the FA Cup final a year ago. Good ball in and away. But only as far as Joe Ward. Good turn by him. McCarthy's there now for Palace. And Ward might get there. No, it's given away. Puncheon with a chance for Palace, and a great save there by Heaton. And again, to deny Puncheon a second time. Whoa, Burnley could have been behind, but for the goalkeeper and the heroics of Tom Heaton, not for the first time this season, making two smart saves. Here's Antonio to Henrik. Good start to this cup final. Quarter of an hour just over gone. Shawcross. Now Keane. Tell you what, if it's going to be like this, the cup final, we're in for one hell of a match. Here's Michael Keane to Jeff Hendrick. Now Gouffran takes over. He's had a good season since signing for Newcastle, and he shows just wide of the target. Well, first half, it's just about everything here. John Studsey in his customary tracksuit and warm jacket. Deciding to not bother with the suit on the touchline today. And Pardew has got his suit and tie on. He's immaculately dressed. John Studsey likes the tracksuit being of it, and as Balotelli gets another shot in, Mandanda this time on a more conventional palm out for a corner. Balotelli who scored one of the goals in that 3-1 success against Exeter in the FA Cup last week. Well, he got that one on target, but Mandanda, the former Marseille goalkeeper, was very equal to the challenge. And again, Stephen Defoe to take this Clarets corner. Coming up to 23 minutes gone, and the ball played in, but it might now fall for Benteke at the other end. Punching is there now for Palace. Good tackle there by Andy Robertson. He was the last man back, and he had to time that well. And here come Burnley again on the break. Antonio now down the near side. Good boy field there. Stephen Defoe with a shot, and straight this time at Mandanda, who held it very well. Nothing wrong with his handling abilities there. Tremendous piece of goalkeeping. We're coming up towards half an hour gone in this League Cup final of 2017. Burnley 0, Crystal Palace 0. And here's punching now on the break for the Clarets. Looking to get combined behind this time. And Shawcross is there. Good ball. Just couldn't pick out Balotelli this time. Delaney intercept. Now Solari for Palace. Still 0-0. Here's Joe Ward. Both teams really giving it a good go here at Wembley today. Here's Robertson. Trying to get it forward, but Delaney again, not for the first time this afternoon so far, intercepting. Palace subs, you can see they're just warming up on the far side. Here's Jason Puncheon. He's had two good chances, and he's played in Andros Townsend. He's got Benteke waiting in the middle. Oh, he might still break here. MacArthur's in there. Can he drill it across? But Tom Heaton getting away down to his right to pluck that one away and pluck it to safety. And he's got Antonio just about on his way now as we come towards the final 5 minutes of the first half. Still Antonio. Now Henrik has it, and Rashford is away now for the Burnley. And Rashford with a shot! Wonderful goal! 1-0! Five minutes to go to the break, and Marcus Rashford has just set this cup final on fire. What a goal! And with his trusty right foot, Mandanda has been superb so far for Palace. Absolutely no chance at all. And it's Burnley a lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half. 41 minutes gone. And it's Marcus Rashford the scorer. And that really sets up this final now, because Palace will have to come and try again and try and get an equaliser. No foul there. Palace were adamant it was a free kick. Here's Michael Keane, and that's a lovely ball into the path of Antonio here. Burnley looking to ram home their advantage now before the break. And will Balotelli getting onto that left foot? He might now! Oh! Terrific effort, but into the side netting it went. And the Mercurial Italian has his hands on his hips. A terrific shot. I don't know whether Mandanda got a finger on that, but I don't think he did in actual fact. And in fact, it's a goal kick. We're into 3 added minutes at the end of a terrific first half, which has had a terrific goal after 41 minutes from Marcus Rashford to really set this game on fire. And there it is, half time. And it's Burnley with the narrow lead, but it's been a very tight-knit cup final. Palace have had a couple of opportunities. Puncheon forced a double save from Heaton. And Dander's made a couple of smart saves, but he couldn't stop the Rashford shot from going into the back of the net. And it's the Clarets who lead in this League Cup final by a 1-0 at the break. Welcome back to Wembley as Yuri Tillemans replaces Jason Puncheon. It's a bit of a surprise because Puncheon has done really well in that first half, but he comes on now, Tillemans, to try and save this final for Palace. 1-0 down, but Burnley with the lead. Goal from Rashford after 41 minutes. And Tillemans gets his first touch of the game since coming on. No changes in actual fact for Burnley as Palace now attack the goal to our right. And here's Tillemans now. A real chance here. Benteke was in there. And in fact, a penalty's been given for a foul off the ball by Keane on Tillemans. And Palace at the start of the second half have a chance to level it. A 1-1. This is it again. Ball played in. And what was Keane thinking of there? Definite penalty, and John Stutzy will be furious, and Burnley are furious as well. So it's Benteke against Heaton from the spot, and this really could put the cup final back in the melting pot once again. And it's 1-1. Benteke's equalised. Well, what about that? What a terrific start for Crystal Palace and the start of his second half. Here's the penalty again. Lovely run up, a long run up, and Heaton going the wrong way, and Palace have drawn level thanks to a moment of madness from the Clarets' Michael Keane, and we've been pegged back here in this cup final. Palace are back in it, and I said this would be a tight cup final, and it is now 1-1. Well, we're back underway once again. Terrific game now. And, well, Burnley's next game, you'll be able to see in the next episode highlights against Swansea, the away game. One of 3 games we'll be doing in episode 14 of this career mode as the season now comes into its final stretch. But here's Townsend. And Paz now with that tails up, and he's away from Shawcross. A decent cross in there, and Keane with a caught header back there to Tom Heaton. That could have been a disastrous moment there for Burnley. Here's Robertson now. Really, Burnley now were really guilty of conceding a silly goal there at the start of the second half. And here's Balotelli! Oh. Well, that could have put Burnley back in the lead. Struck it well there, the Italian, with his left foot. But just into the Crystal Palace fans behind that goal. John Stutzy knows his team are right under the cosh now in this cup final. And 1-0 leads are always a dangerous lead, really. And Palace have really come out fighting in this second half. And full credit to them, you've got to say. And it kills me to say it being a Clarets supporter. Here's Stephen Defoe though. Good break by him, but well tackled again, but Defoe in there to win it back. He's had a good final. And here's Rashford again against the post, and somehow Mandanda has held on. Marcus Rashford winning a coat of paint and making it 2-1 in this cup final. But wait, it's still play on. Here's Balotelli now. Will Burnley still take the lead? Balotelli, right foot! Wide of the target. How far wide, I don't know, but he cut inside terrifically well. Seconds before that, Rashford hit the post, and that may have shaved the post as well from Balotelli. Wow. Tremendous cup final we've got ourselves here now, with 66 minutes of the game gone. A cup final which has really caught the imagination. And here's Kabay for Palace. Given away again, and Dan gets it back to Steve Mandanda. He's had a terrific game so far in that Palace goal, apart from that one mistake where he didn't catch that early shot there from Rashford. But here's Jeff Henry going through. Henry with a shot! Brilliant goal! 2-1 to Burnley! Another super goal from Jeff Henry! Bang with his left foot, Mandanda, hand to prayer, and Burnley retake the lead in the League Cup final of 2017. Bang! Crash, walloping at the back of the net. And Burnley are back in front. Jeff Henry with a super goal. And it's 2-1 to the Clarets. That could well be the winning goal. Well, Palace now have to come from behind yet again. 73 minutes gone. What a tremendous final. And a tremendous game really played in the best possible spirit. But here's Stephen Defoe. And here's Rashford on his way. He could make it safe. It's Marcus Rashford for Burnley. It's Balotelli. It's Defoe. Oh, I hope that doesn't come back to haunt Burnley. That really would have put them out of sight, but he's just hit it with too much venom and he's smashed it over the bar. Meanwhile, Remy comes on to replace Christian Benteke here. And what a finish, and what a final this has really been.
Substitution for Crystal Palace.
A cup final which has been very much enjoyed. Another Palace change. Connor Wickham going to replace James McArthur here. Well, it certainly has been a terrific cup final. So Steve Mandanda then with the goal kick for Burnley. There's 12 minutes left of this final to go. A final which really has ebbed and flowed, but Burnley narrowly leading by 2-1. But I've just missed a glorious opportunity to wrap it up through Stephen Defoe, who missed a real sitter when the goal was basically gaping. And Palace now have to throw men forward in the remaining seconds that remain. A tremendous final that has really ebbed and flowed, and credit to both sides for really giving us a terrific final. We haven't had a proper, really good League Cup final for quite some time, but both Burnley and Palace have put on a terrific show for the 90,000 or so have travelled to Wembley today, and half the town's population from Burnley are seeing a terrific display from the Clarets, and again a good play again. Now Balotelli, there are 2 minutes left to play. Here's Balotelli, and he's away from his man. Balotelli to win it. Good save. Rashford can't finish it off, and Solari can get it away for Palace. And now it's their turn to try and attack with Wickham. Oh, he's lost it. It's Defoe. It's Mario Balotelli. That settles it. 3-1. And that surely will mean, without any doubt at all, that the League Cup for the very first time will go to Burnley, and it will complete their domestic honours list, because this is a trophy up until today they've never won in their history. Palace's way for their first major trophy will go on. They're still very much in the Premier League title race, but Balotelli's late goal has settled it now. Palace really huffed and puffed, but it wasn't enough. Time to whistle! Blown by Anthony Taylor from Manchester. And it's the Clarets who take the cup back to Turf Moor. Palace played their part in a magnificent final, equalised Rashford's goal after 41 minutes, 5 minutes into the second half when BENTEKE put away a penalty after a silly challenge from Michael Keane. And then Jeff Henrick with a super left foot shot from 20 yards. And Balotelli ran in the last stockings with virtually the last kick, has made sure that the League Cup goes back to Turf Moor for the first time. And there's Tom Heaton. Sure we've ever had a goalkeeper lift the League Cup before. We certainly saw Dave Beasant win the FA Cup with Wimbledon back in 1988. He's going to get his hands on this trophy here. Well, Jeff Henrick going through. And there is Tom Heaton, a proud captain, about to receive the League Cup. And it goes back for the very first time to Turf Moor. Burnley, the League Cup winners for 2017. A proud captain. And that will gleam very much brightly in that Turf Moor trophy cabinet. Pyrotechnics and fireworks accompany the trophy lift, and they show it to their fans on their lap of honour to my left, or to my right I should say. Burnley have won the League Cup for the first time, and now they will line up for a group photo which you'll see in the papers the next day. What a moment for Burnley. It was a hard-fought, hard-working cup final, a terrific final. Palace played their part, but it's the Clarets who take the beautiful 300 trophy back to Turf Moor. Burnley win it by 3-1 and win the League Cup for the first time. Well, what amazing scenes at Wembley. The Clarets take the League Cup. We've never won it before today, and we've done it 3-1 winners over Crystal Palace. It was a terrific final. I have to say Palace really did play their part in what was a cracking final. Played on professional, don't forget. So anyone who wants to comment and start asking questions about what mode I play it on, don't bother, because I'm telling you straight, we played it on professional. But Palace really gave us a game, and it was a tough one to win. But three cracking goals in which to do it, and the prize money we pick up for that, 250k. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The thing that matters to me and to the Burnley career mode is that we've got a pot in the cabinet. And to be fair, we've had the Indian side in cup games against Palace. We knocked them out the FA Cup, of course, in the 4th round, and we've done them at Wembley here today. So a terrific result all round, really, for us. And but Palace are still fighting, still in the league. They can't win at both cups, but they could probably concentrate their minds on the league. We're still in with half a chance ourselves of winning the league, but I can't see us doing that. We just want to try and finish as far as we possibly dare go. Remember, we've come off. Remember the last league game we lost. So let's look at what's going to come up in the next episode, because we'll do that in a second or two. But I have to say, a fine, terrific final. 3 tremendous goals, but it was evenly poised for quite some time, I thought, the final, because it could have, to be fair, you could have gone either way. As we're just looking at some correspondence, apparently we're not off, we're way off mark financially, but I think achievements on the pitch will eclipse anything that's financial, to be honest with you. I do believe that. But there you go. Well, that brings us to the end of this special Cup Final edition. That was episode 13 of this one. Now, episode 14, the Cup quarter-final draw has been made, and we've got Manchester United Old Trafford. That's one of 3 games that we're featuring. The first one we're away from home against Swansea, and the second one we're away from home against Hull. In fact, all 3 games are away from Turf Moor. So, obviously, as I say, Swansea first up. That's at the Liberty. And then second up, we've got Hull at the KCOM Stadium. That we were anticipating would be a relegation 6 points. I don't think that will be the case for us. Certainly more so for Hull. And then Manchester United in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. A win over them would take us to Wembley for the semi-finals. But that's it from episode 13. Right, take care. Hope you join us for episode 14 with those 3 games. Don't forget to leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Twitter address is at the end. But for me, JB, John Stuttard, take care, and I'll leave you with the goals that won Burnley the League Cup. Ta-ra. Rashford is away now for the Burnley, and Rashford with a shot! Wonderful goal! 1-0! He put the cup final back in the melting pot once again. And it's 1-1! BENTEKE's equalised! He's had a terrific game so far in that Palace goal. Apart from that one mistake where he didn't catch that early shot there from Rashford, but here's Jeff Henry going through. Henry with a shot! Brilliant goal! Oh, he's lost it. It's Defoe. It's Mario Balotelli! That settles it! 3-1! And there is Tom Heaton, a proud captain, about to receive the League Cup. And it goes back for the very first time to Turf Moor. Burnley, the League Cup winners for 2017.